Hello everyone and welcome to another video where we will be ranking Canadian provincial and territorial flags. I did a video for this for the United States, and that one was like 56 minutes long, and I did not realize that it went on for that long. This video will not be that long because there are only 10 provincial flags and 3 territorial flags, but we'll get into that more once we get into the video. So, our first flag is the flag of British Columbia, and I do have some information here from Canada Guide. So British Columbia's flag. So BC's flag was created in 1960 during the activist reign of Premier Wack Bennett, based on the BC coats of arms. Sorry, oh my goodness, the BC coat of arms. It's supposed to represent the old saying about how the sun never sets on the British Empire. It depicts a never setting sun against the waves of the Pacific Ocean. And at one time that was the empire's farthest flung points. So I really love this flag. It's a little bit crazy. One thing I really don't like is when people put flags on flags, and this one, yeah, it's the UK flag, but it's been defaced with a crown, which is, okay. I do like the symbolism behind the flag. BC is actually the province in which I live. And I also collect flags, and I actually have a BC flag sitting next to me on my wall. So the ranking for BC's flag, my home province, is a B. Simply because it's just a little too much, but it kind of does. If you guys remember what I said about Arizona, it's a lot how I feel like Arizona's flag. It's very similar. All right, so then we got the flag of Alberta. Okay, Alberta is the only Canadian flag that makes a bedsheet flag, and you guys already know, if you guys have watched my ranking American state flags, you guys already know how I feel about that. So this is an automatic F. And again, if I could go lower, I would, because it also has the English flag on top, even though the ratio is a little messed up, but that's fine. All right, so here's what Canada Guide has to say about it. The Alberta flag has a simple design featuring the provincial crest on a blue background. The crest itself features a stylized representation of the Albertan landscape topped by the Cross of St. George, a symbol of England. Yeah, okay, you get an F, Alberta. Saskatchewan. Now, just one second. I have to go through here and find where it is because for some reason these aren't in order. So, Saskatchewan's flag. Now that is the provincial crest in the corner, but it's not the whole flag. They made it 2 colors, and they also added in the prairie lily there. All right, so the Saskatchewan flag, designed as part of a province-wide contest in 1969, the Saskatchewan flag displays a stylized depiction of the prairie province's flat landscape with a provincial crest and in the top left corner, and the provincial flower, the red lily or the prairie lily, on the right. Now, because that you have the flower needs to be simplified. It's just there's no rhythm to how it looks. It looks like, like that's good for a piece of art, but not so much to put on a flag. So if you could make that a little better. The crest, I actually don't really mind the crest. It's very it's very nice, and I do like it. So I'm gonna give Saskatchewan a B. I think if it fixes that flower, it'd be okay. Or maybe move the flower to the middle and get rid of the crest completely. That would be okay too. I don't know. I might do redesigning Canadian flags. So maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Manitoba. Let's see here, Manitoba. All right. So before I get into what Canada Guide has to say about it, Manitoba, you did it twice. You put a flag on a flag, and then you did it again. The bison's cool. Again, a little too much to remember to how draw that from memory, but you know. So I'm gonna give you a C minus, simply because you're not that far away from an F, to be honest. All right, so Manitoba and Ontario are the only two provinces that never partook in the flag redesign fad that had swept the rest of Canada in the late 20th century. Both still use the fairly generic-looking red ensign. As a result, the Manitoba flag features the province's coat of arms, which has a bison, the official provincial animal, on it. Yeah, okay. So Ontario does have a very similar flag. Um, that's Ontario's flag. It is pretty much the same thing, except it has the Ontario coat of arms on it. All right, so again, C minus, not that far away from an F. A vocal critic of the maple leaf in 1965, Ontario Premier John Roberts designed the Ontario Red Ensign as his province's official flag to help ensure that the Union Jack would continue to fly in Ontario like Manitoba's flag. It features the Ontario coat of arms in the bottom right corner. So same thing as Manitoba. Really, they do not have any difference besides that. Although I do like that coat of arms. Something about that one, I really like it. I think it's probably because it's so simple, and it's not overly complicated. By the way, these are going from West Coast to East Coast. All right, so then we have the flag of Quebec. All right, so this flag is perfect. As much as I hate to give it to the French Canadians, they do have, in my opinion, Canada's best flag. It has this white cross with the 4 fleur-de-lis. This is a tier flag. You know what? A plus. Literally nothing has to be done to this flag to fix it, because there's nothing to fix. Anyway, so here's what Canada Guide has to say about it. Always a hotbed of nationalistic sentiment, in 1948, Quebec became the first province in Canada to create its own distinctive flag, like the maple leaf flag. Whoops. Come on. It doesn't have any specific symbolism, but it does use the fleur-de-lis and cross to invoke memories of medieval banners of royal France. That's another thing. This easily could be a medieval flag. But great flag, Quebec. A plus for you. All right, Nova Scotia. All right, so Nova Scotia has the Scottish coat of arms, and inverted the flags of the Scottish flag, or inverted the colors of the Scottish flag. So yeah, there's not much, and just I really wish they would have used maybe a maple leaf or no symbol, or maybe their own symbol instead of the Scottish coat of arms. Nova Scotia is actually Latin for New Scotland, because this was a Scottish colony. But just coat of arms on flags when they don't need to be. Like, coat of arms should be on banners, and maybe like flags of presidents or lords or whatever. But anyways, here's what Canada Guide's got to say, just a short one here. The flag of Nova Scotia is an inverted version of the Scottish flag with the cross of St. Andrew and the provincial coat of arms in the center. So I guess they just stole the Scottish coat. They're not using it, I guess. All right. That's the Scottish. Yeah, because that was Scotland's flag for the longest time, was that symbol. Anyways, moving on, I give Nova Scotia. I'll give you a C. A C. I'll give you a C plus, just because you're almost unique. All right, this is the absolutely horrendous flag of Prince Edward Island. This is Canada's smallest province. Yeah, F. Not because there's a coat of arms, but it looks like you didn't finish your flag. It looks like when it printed, it ran out of ink and you went, good enough. All right, so Prince Edward Island's flag is a stretched out version of the provincial coat of arms. Oh, so no, it is a coat of arms. It's just the whole flag. Um, Coat of arms. The lion and the big tree represent Mother England, while the little trees represent the island's historic three counties. Okay. There's just so much wrong with this flag. You could point to any part of it and I could tell you. The trees are, again, they need to be simplified. The grass needs to be simplified. All this stuff around the border needs to be fixed. The lion could probably completely go. And the fact that you just took your coat of arms and just stretched it out, completely blow it up, destroy the resolution, and you're like, there's our flag. That's just, that one, it's lazy, and two, it's just unoriginal. So, F. All right, New Brunswick. So New Brunswick, continuing with their problem of what I'm assuming is stretching out their coat of arms. All right, so the Maritime Provinces flags are all rich in British heraldry symbolism. I don't think I'm saying that right, but whatever. The New Brunswick flag features a golden lion representing England and the old-timey sailing ships as a nod to the province's historic status as a major center of maritime trade and shipbuilding. Okay, so it's not your coat of arms. Or it might be, and Canada Guy just didn't tell me. Still, though, this is an F tier flag. It's not as bad, surprisingly, as PEI's was, or Prince Edward Island. But F. This again would need to be an overhaul. New Brunswick really needs just a new flag, and so does Prince Edward Island. All right, now we got the flag of Newfoundland and Labrador, if I can find it here. Well, there it is. All right. Okay, so this one is a little tricky because it is a Union Jack flag, but it's not at the same time. You dare use my own spells against me? So, I don't really know how to feel about this one. Let's see what Canada Guide has to say. The newest flag of any province, so this is the newest flag. The flag of Newfoundland was drafted by a graphic design firm in 1980. It's supposed to resemble a stylized Union Jack with the blue representing the sea and the white for the frozen north. The other colors represent hope, pride, and forward thinking. Yeah, that's what the gold, like that gold middle piece is for progress. But anyways, I really don't know. One, it kind of looks like the white isn't part of the flag. Like kind of like, you know, when if you know what I'm talking about, sometimes you get like the flag of Nepal, and instead of it being what it actually is, it's just got the white piece, and you can either treat that white piece as a negative space, or you can cut it off and have the actual flag. That's what this one feels like, but I know it's not, because then its flag would be in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. So it messes with me just a little bit, but enough yammering on about it. I'm going to give this flag a B minus. Just because it is a good flag, it does design, and it's not just, you didn't just recolor the Union Jack. You actually did something with it, so B minus. All right, so then we got the flag of the Yukon Territory. Yeah, okay. A little overcomplicated, and there's a coat of arms. But you didn't make a bedsheet flag. You did not. So let's see what we got here. Another contest winner. The Yukon flag has the territorial coat of arms surrounded by a green bar representing forests and the blue bar representing the lakes and rivers. Okay, one thing I meant to talk about but did not was Canada split into 10 provinces. We just finished all the provinces' flags and 3 territories. So the Yukon is the first territory, and then there will be 2 more after this. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Though again, it's a coat of arms. You know what? I'm gonna bump you up to a C, not a C minus, because all you have to do is maybe replace the coat of arms with something more. Even you can even keep the flowers, although I would like them removed. But you know, you just something else needs to be there. So you get a C because you're not almost an F, but you're almost a C minus, and you know you could join Manitoba and Ontario down there if you really wanted to, but you didn't make a bedsheet flag when you easily could have. All right, so this is the flag of the Northwest Territories. Yeah, I know, very creative naming, isn't it? All right, so the Northwest Territories. I actually own this flag too, although it doesn't actually look like this. My flag, the fox looks a little different, a little more cartoonish actually. Now that I'm looking at it, I also have the Alberta flag. I forgot to mention that, but that's enough about me. All right, so Canada Guide says very similar to the Yukon flag, the Northwest Territories flag features the NWT crest, Northwest Territories, between two blue bars representing the river's territories, lakes, and the oceans. The crest itself features a white fox, traditional animal of northern Canada. All right, so you put your coat of arms on a flag, and you kind of stole Canada's look, which makes you unique in the way that I think there's only two flags on the entire planet that do it, and that's Canada and this one. So props to you, and simply for that, since you seem like you're like some sort of like independent like northern Canada kind of deal, I'm gonna bump you up to a C plus, just because your flag makes sense, and the only thing wrong with it is that crest, the fox. I don't like how the fox is looking at me, but the only thing wrong is this crest. So you got bumped up. All right, so this is the last flag we got, and this is the flag of Nunavut. Wow, okay. Everything about this flag is good except for that structure in the middle. A Shuknuk. I think I'm saying that correct. Which is a landmark that the Inuit people would build. Yeah, it's a good piece of art. It doesn't belong on a flag. But anyways, we will see what Canada has to say about this flag. Nunavut is Canada's newest territory, and the Nunavut flag was created by a local artist in 1999. It features a red in shook Shuknuk. I'm pretty sure it's Shuknuk. Anyways, it has features the red. I'm gonna call it a Shuknuk. Shuknuk at a traditional stone. Okay, so it's a traditional stone formation made by the territory's native people. The top of the right corner sits the North Star, another not traditional symbol of Northern Canada. Yeah, okay. So basically, what I said is what Canada Guide has to say. What I said in the first part. I really want to rank it higher, but I can't. I just can't. I can't let it go. That's how this looks, and they thought, yeah, that's good. Um, C minus, because again, you are not that far from being an F. Um, really, if you just took that out, really, and actually just had maybe those two colors, that would be even better. But anyways, that is it for ranking Canadian flags. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my other channels, Red Leaf Gaming and Red Leaf Sunset, and I will see you guys in the next one.